Well, those so-called COVID issues sure haven't stopped her from visiting the rest of the country with COVID issues. She's traveled coast to coast, all since being tapped to lead the border response. Here with reaction, Texas GOP Congressman and former Sheriff Troy Nehls. Sheriff, good morning to you.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, everyone.
So she says we have to deal with COVID issues. COVID is an issue everywhere. What's she worried about? Is she worried that she might get it because she's been vaccinated? Or is she worried that they coming in have a higher infection rate? Or what are these COVID issues?
That's the excuse that this administration is going to use. And look at her. She's been jet-setting around this country, going to all the different blue states, talking about this infrastructure plan and everything else. So, no, this isn't COVID, Kamala, and you know it. You just don't want to visit the southern border because you know what you're going to hear. You're going to hear from the Border Patrol, Department of Public Safety, Immigration, small town mayors, and everyone that lives along that southern border that you are doing a horrible job, you're in complete denial, and you need to fix the southern border. That's what she would hear if she visited it. So she's going to use the excuse, like everything else, COVID.
Yeah. You know, you've got to wonder, when she says there's a COVID issue, if you're talking about the danger there, would that mean that our Border Patrol enforcement people would be in peril just by simply being down there if there's a COVID issue?
Well, of course, when this president has invited just about everyone from Central America to come on up into our great United States of America, these individuals are bringing disease with them in addition to COVID. I mean, we have to make sure that the individuals that are entering our southern border are actually tested, but we know we haven't reached that point yet. And so right. I just think that it is a poor excuse. But what else was she going to say? She's got to come up with some excuse, and COVID just seems to be the word of the day every day, and probably for the next several weeks or months. Well, they don't know how to handle this, quite honestly.
Well, you're right. It does seem like that is the messaging going forward. Fox News did a poll and looked at border security today as opposed to 2 years ago. And as you can see, the biggest number there now is that it's worse now than it was before. And we saw an earlier poll from another outfit that said that a majority of people feel that the reason our southern border is a magnet is because of Joe Biden's policies. That's pretty clear. He made that clear during the campaign, and now we shouldn't be shocked that this is happening down there.
It is his policy. This is a crisis. This is just listen, the Biden administration, they actually enjoy this, which is sad. They do not put the American people first. And I said this several times. I said, we must put America first. But they added a word into it. They're putting Central America first. She wants to go down and visit, Guatemala and Honduras. She doesn't want to go down to our southern border. And we need to continue to keep up the pressure. We need to continue to have CODELs, go visit the southern border and talk about this issue, show the American people the crisis we have at the southern border. And this is such an easy fix, Steve. Revert back to Trump's policies. Yeah. Kamala, you're in charge of this now. Remember, you're the point person on this. You need to get up this morning. You need to call President Trump and ask him, say, sir, how did you have such a secure southern border? And he'll tell her, you need to go back to the remain in Mexico, you need to get rid of this catch and release, and you need to finish the wall. That's how we solve this problem, and it could be done today.
I got a feeling she's not going to make that phone call. But I do have a question. Don't know if you're going to be going to the president's address before Congress on Wednesday night. But exit question, what is the one thing you would like to hear from Joe Biden?
I would like to hear Joe Biden. Let's play his speech on January 20th. Let's go in and play some of his speech where he talked about bipartisanship and working with my friends on the other side of the aisle. And then I'd like to ask him the question, how do you think you've done so far? Because there is no bipartisanship. We are a divided country. You said earlier in your poll that 82% of Americans feel that we are divided. We certainly are. And as he continues to just placate that far left freak show of his, we're never going to come together as a country.
All right. Congressman Nehls, we thank you very much for joining us today from down in the Houston area. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. God bless.
All right. God bless you.